Hi, I'm Jeff Baker from The Oregonian, and this is Marc Mohan. We're back with another review of this week's movies. There's two big studio release movies playing at every Regal theater in town, and if you go to either one, you're going to be out of luck because neither of them are very good. Marc saw the Sean Penn movie, The Gunman. I saw the Divergent series, Insurgent, the second in the teen dystopian fantasy starring Shailene Woodley and a bunch of other sweating young actors. I'll give a brief synopsis of Divergent, Insurgent. It's not very good at all. It is really a Hunger Games knockoff without any of the originality of the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games with training wheels is how I refer to it. Shailene Woodley is tortured and conflicted after the events of the first movie. She runs around a lot. Miles Teller provides some, glimmers of comic relief, but this is really another grim, crawling through rubble, wearing dark clothes, different factions. Kate Winslet is the head villainess. She's sort of the Cruella de Vil of the piece. And overall, you could wait for Hunger Games 4 and not miss a beat. Marc, any reaction to that? Or you want to just talk about Sean Penn and his assassin reluctance?
His American sniper with a conscience. It sounds like these two movies are examples of two trends that we've had enough of, the young adult dystopian future society thing with Hunger Games and Divergent, and now with the Sean Penn movie, The Gunman, we have yet another of these sort of what they're calling Jerry action movies with these 50-ish male stars following Liam Neeson's lead and cracking skulls and firing with abandon in these adventures. This one, Sean Penn, as you say, he's a gunman, right? He's a man with a gun,
a large gun,
a very large gun at the beginning of the movie. It's set mostly in Africa and Europe. He's in the Congo at the beginning of the movie and commits this assassination, has to flee. Then years later finds himself pursued by the mysterious forces behind the killing that he was hired to do. Sean Penn is wasted in this movie, even though he co-wrote it and produced it, so he has no one else to blame, as well as a lot of other great actors. Idris Elba shows up and is given nothing to do. Ray Winstone, the British actor. Mark Rylance, who's a great stage actor and just plays this sort of snidely whiplash villain here. It's lots of overdone violence, lots of meaningless jibber-jabber, and I would say skip it entirely.
And Oscar winner Javier Bardem is...
Right, that's right. Yes, another Oscar winner in addition to Sean Penn, who's in this movie. And Javier Bardem seems to be drawing on when he played the Bond villain with this sort of unhinged, drunken performance. That's maybe the hammiest thing in the movie, and that's kind of saying something.
Marc, I saw a couple of Liam Neeson action movies in the last year that I liked. A Walk Among the Tombstones, mm-hmm. and then this Run All Night, which is, I think, running all night out of the multiplexes right mm-hmm. now. Mm-hmm. And I thought they were both pretty good. What do you think the problem was here?
I think part of the problem is that Sean Penn is a guy who he feels like he wants to bring some sort of social consciousness to this. It's got this African setting and this sort of sense of a critique of Western meddling in the Congo, but it doesn't go anywhere with that, and it feels at odds with just the sort of mindless action aspect to it.
Well, just in case you were worried that we were, just haters here and haters gonna hate, we do each have a pick that you can see as counterprogramming for this weekend. Mine is the charming John Boorman movie, Queen and Country. It's a sequel to Hope and Glory, both autobiographical movies about Boorman's young life. This one, he is a conscript in the British Army during the Korean War era. It's really well acted, a fine movie. I recommend it wholeheartedly. Marc, what's your pick?
Well, my pick would be going to see one of the great science fiction movies of all time, 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is playing in 70 millimeter at the Hollywood Theater this weekend. I hate to even talk about it because I think all the shows are sold out, but you can double check that. The Hollywood has just installed a 70 millimeter projection capability, and an epic movie like this, it's the only way to really see it and truly appreciate it. So it should be a great time.
The HAL 9000 and 70 millimeter. Who can stay away from that? Well, thanks, and we'll be back next week with some more movies.